Good afternoon. This is Pastor Karl with your weekly update for St. Peter's United Methodist Church for Friday, October the 23rd. I'd like to invite you to come to worship with us on Sunday morning in the sanctuary at 8:30 and at 11 o'clock. If you're not able to be here in person, we are recording the 8:30 service and we'll post that online around 10:30 Sunday morning so you can worship from home. You'll be able to find that online service on our website at stpetersumc.com and on our Facebook page. Tomorrow morning, that is Saturday, October 24th, from 10 until noon, we have a food drive in our parking lot. We hope you'll come and support that ministry. Also, this coming Tuesday, October the 27th, the Red Cross is holding a blood drive here at the church from noon until 6. To sign up for the blood drive, you can go online to redcrossblood.org or you can call the church office. On Sunday, November 1st, that's a week from this Sunday, it's going to be time for our annual homecoming celebration. Hard to believe it's time for homecoming again, isn't it? Well, our guest preacher this year is going to be John Strother, the superintendent of the Sound District of the North Carolina Conference of the United Methodist Church. We look forward to having John here for our homecoming. And here at St. Peter's, we always celebrate homecoming on All Saints Sunday. And the term All Saints refers to the whole community of faithful followers of Christ, those who are living, those who are dead, those from the past, those here in the present, and those who are going to be here in the future. We're all connected. And as part of our All Saints observance each year, we read aloud the names of all of those who died in the past 12 months as a reminder of our eternal bond with them within the family of faith. We also each year give the congregation the opportunity to lift additional names of anyone else they would like to remember. Well, what we're going to do this year is I'm asking folks to submit those names to the church prior to October 30th. And then at our homecoming service on the 1st, I will share all of them during a special time in our service. If there is someone from your past that you want remembered, please contact the church office and let us know. We want this to be a great celebration of all of those who helped us become the family of faith that we are today. And now I'd like to share with you the familiar words of the 23rd Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Aren't those comforting words? One of my favorite verses in that passage, one where I find a great deal of comfort, is where the psalmist says, Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. The Hebrew word for death in this verse is used elsewhere in the Old Testament to mean darkness or deep darkness. That's why we sometimes hear that verse translated in this manner. Even though I walk through the darkest valley. And folks, we've all had our walks through such a valley, where we've been in that time in our life where troubles and burdens seem to outweigh the blessings, where Difficult circumstances seem to cast a shadow over everything and block out the light of hope that we have in God. Several weeks ago, my family and I found ourselves in the valley. We learned that our daughter was exposed to somebody with COVID-19. And our whole family had to self-quarantine for 5 days until she could be tested. And during that quarantine, the waiting and the wondering was just overwhelming. We spent sleepless nights worrying about what to do if she did test positive. Finally, the day of her test came around. We took her, she got tested, and it was negative. Praise the Lord. All that worrying for nothing, right? But along with the worry, there was also a lot of praying. There was a lot of leaning on God, knowing full well that He was with us in that darkness. And He brought us through it. And even if she had tested positive, I know that God would bring us through that as well. And this is one of the reasons I like to turn to this psalm for comfort and assurance when I find myself in the valley, because it reminds me that God is with me. There's something interesting about valleys. If we find ourselves in one, well, if we keep walking, we will reach the end of that valley. We will emerge from the shadows and into the light. And God is with us every step of the way. Right now, with the way that COVID-19 has impacted and continues to impact our world, and with the way our society has become so politically polarized, we may all feel like we're in a valley of darkness with no end in sight. I know that some of our church family are dealing with their own situations right now, like struggling with the death of a loved one. Maybe they're facing surgery. Maybe they are recovering from surgery. Some people are dealing with physical problems, others with emotional problems, financial problems. Some people are facing broken relationships. All of these circumstances, any one of these circumstances can be enough to cause us to lose hope, to feel like we are totally alone in the darkness with no way out. The good news, my friends, is that we are never alone, because God is always with us to guide us, to protect us, to provide for us. He's always been here. He always will be. Hear these words from John's Gospel. In the beginning was the Word, that is, Jesus. And the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through Him all things were made. Without Him nothing was made that has been made. In Him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. And folks, the darkness shall never overcome the light. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. May these words bring you comfort wherever you are today. And remember, I am praying for you.